At Chatfield, the game tonight at Dunston and Saturday away at Stocksbridge were always going to be Grantham's toughest matches in the run-in to the end of the season. To come away with a point from a game tonight after disappointment of Saturday must really boost the morale in the dressing room.
Yeah, I think, you know, the fans that watched us in the first half, we looked dead and buried, to be fair, in the first half. We were shocking. We tried to go into a 4-4-2 just to try and stop them getting out wide and then be hard to break down, and we looked really poor, to be fair. Not seen us like that in a long time. We thought we could get to half time at 0-0 and regroup. We didn't. We conceded in like the 38th minute, something like that. We had a good chat in there. We tinkered with the formation. We didn't have to change personnel. We just had to be a bit more aggressive with how we were, and don't feel sorry for ourselves. You know, we're in a position now where we have to fight for every point. Every point is massive, and nobody would expect us to get anything from today's game. You know, Dunston are a good side, and they've had a lot of the ball today, and we've had to defend in good areas. But you know, we've scored at the right time. I'm delighted for Skip. You know, his first goal in 14 years. It comes at a great time for us. And Ashton's had a good chance right at the end as well with a header. So shows that set pieces were a real threat at the moment, and we've just got to carry that on now because it's a massive weekend.
You started with a very attacking lineup with Nathan Tyson, Mason Lee Shaw and Greg Smith all in the starting 11. But for that first 45 minutes, you say about the Grantham performance, and they didn't look as though the Dunston goal was threatened at all.
No, if anything, we actually looked like we played like a 6-2-2. We looked so unorthodox, really, and I didn't expect that. You know, I think Shorey and Tice were ineffective because they just ended up defending the fullbacks instead of us being a more aggressive, because they were a 4-2-4 as well, so it would have matched up perfectly. It just looked like they had 2-3 more bodies than we did in the first half. So we had a chat about it and how we could affect it a little bit differently. So we tinkered it around and put Mason in different areas and Shorey and Tyson, and it looked more effective. You know, Shorey took a precautionary knock, so we've had to rest him quickly because we've got a massive weekend. But apart from that, touch wood, we've come out unscathed and with a good point.
And the second half, the more it wore on, the more effective Grantham were, defending solidly, getting the challenges in at the right time, winning the ball. And Dan Haystead had a few punches to make to clear his lines, but other than one late chance, he wasn't threatened either.
No, Dan's took a really nasty knock in the first half, a really nasty one, and that shows the character of our lads. You know, Toots played on one foot, Skip's got a massive bruise on his leg. But they'll die for this cause and they'll die for the club, and that's all we ask from them these remaining games. And to come here and to get a point, to everyone else in the outside world, they'll think it's 2 points drop, but for us it's a point game because these are a very good side. People underestimate them, but they're a very good side. They play really good football. They've got some great players, and we've come away from home. You know, we've had a tough game on Saturday at Stocksbridge. To come away from home here, 2-3 hours drive on a Tuesday night, we set off at 2:30 in the afternoon. The lads have put everything on the line, especially in that second half, and they deserve everything they've got.
It's a very muddled situation at the foot of the table at the moment, with North Shields hoping that they're not going to be automatically relegated. That affects the number of teams in the playoff positions. Grantham are still in the bottom two. They may only be a couple of points off safety. 4 points, maybe 3 or 4 points from full safety, 5 or 6. It really is. No one knows what's going to happen. What can Grantham do over the last 4 games?
Listen, we've just got to concentrate on ourselves. You know, we've set ourselves up into a position now where we've got 4 teams that we want to beat. There's no bones about it. This Easter weekend is massive for us. Playing Tadcaster and Lincoln, the 2 massive games that are in and around us. So we have to make sure we get maximum points out of there. And then we've got a tough game with Bridlington. You know, they're an up and down team, they either win or lose, so it's hard to judge them. And same with Ossett. I think they won today against Sheffield FC, so it draws so many other teams in. The good thing is we are still, you know, 1 win away, and we actually leapfrog second bottom. So that's where we have to do. We have to concentrate on 1 game at a time and make sure that we take the small victories like tonight, and then tomorrow we have to regroup and look at how we beat Tadcaster on Saturday.
Matt, thank you very much. Well done tonight.
Cheers.